Hey everyone, Jessica here. Welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. Continuing our playthrough here. We are currently in the library of the lighthouse. The library has this nifty floating book. It's got, this. Very decorative. It's got bookshelves which seem impossible to get to and doorways that seem impossible to get to. So we're currently in the Fade, which I think is really interesting. That's been like, in previous iterations, being in the Fade has been like a huge deal. Like, you do not go into the Fade. It is not done. Physically, anyways. You don't physically go into the Fade. There is an area called the Crossroads, which we've been into, that is kind of like an in-between the Fade and the real world, which I had assumed this was in, from what, like, little bit we'd heard of it, but people so far refer to it as just the Fade. So that's interesting. We've got, I wonder if these like become explorable later. So in Skyhold you made renovations. It looks like they might be, maybe at some point. You made renovations and it was pretty cosmetic. Making the renovations didn't necessarily do anything other than make it look a little different. But it's possible that the ones here are not. Oh, what have we got there? Man, I feel like I've got to study these murals quite a bit to get an idea of what we're looking at here. Is that someone like leaning over someone else? Oh, wait. I think this is like a head, right above my character's head, right above Rook's head, is a head that's like bent back like this, so like almost upside down. Yeah. And there's like, this might be Mythal, which means that might be Solus above her. And there is an Alluvian right there. Yes! Oh my god. So is this looks like ancient, like it's like faded away, but this looks like the scene at the end of Inquisition where Solus steals Mythal's power. Oh, it is Solus! Oh man, I was looking at a different part of the head, but it's not. His head is like directly above. Okay, I thought his like wolf necklace hanging down was part of his head, but that's actually his wolf necklace, and then above him, and then the Alluvian. Holy shit. Okay, so yes, we do have to look at all of these murals. Are they all going to be as super easy to understand as that one was? There's like a shield, maybe? Oh, it might be better like the lighting. I wonder if we can change the lighting at some point. There's a hand and it looks like maybe Solus's little like ball that he gave to Corypheus up there. But I can't quite make out, like, there's a tree. Okay. What do we got? What do we got over here? Is that a mountain, maybe? That might be a mountain. Or... oh, man. These are tough. How did I figure that other one? A hooded figure, maybe? A large hooded figure in frame? Or... because that could be... it could be like Mythal's face. That could be like the little like thing from her crown. Then what is the stuff like behind her? If it is that. Interesting. Oh, there's a pearl down here. And on the map there's like a... oh, there's that table, I guess. There's a mountain range back there. Is that Solus? That might be Solus. And then, is that a person there? Oh man. If this is... so, the one scene was from Inquisition. So, if these other scenes are also from Inquisition, this could be... Oh, it kind of looks like the breach in the sky over here, but there's like a figure, I think, over here. And I can't quite tell what's happening, but it's possible it could be the Inquisitor. It could be Solus being like, oh dear Inquisitor. Alright, this one definitely has a figure in the middle doing this pose. But I can't quite see if there's like a headdress or not. I feel like the headdress would come in handy if I could see what... up there in the left, it looks like maybe a moon? That could be Gillenon then. Oh, yeah. That's Moonhead 1. Oh, yep, and I'm starting to see the other... there's like the sun-looking one, and the one that looks like horns coming out like this. So this might just be the Evanoris in this picture. Okay. I think that's all of them. Yeah, this is the Mythal Solus one. Can you jump in here? Oh, good. Oh, hey, do we have fall damage in here? Question. Important question. Because in Skyhold, we had no fall damage. Well, no fall damage there, so we'll put our leg up, that's fun. Chairs, shelving, nice shelving. Built-ins. This is on the map, but it doesn't seem to do anything yet. Oh, what's this? Door plaque. 3 meetings face to face under the sky. Oh shit. Do you still have like puzzles to open this door? 3 meetings face to face under the sky. I wonder if there's like statues outside that you have to turn to face each other, maybe? That would work. Is there a door plaque over here? No. What's back here? Oh, another mural. Gosh. Okay, so there, I think 2 figures over here on the left in white, and then a figure over here in red. Which the red just makes me think of light. So I'm wondering maybe Andril is the one who first found the blight from codexes, we're pretty sure. So maybe it's like to the Evanoris, like when Andril first comes out with the blight? Maybe? That's a wild guess on my part. This door opened. Oh, this must be the Illuvian that we came through. Illuvian room. There's like water down there? Hold on, real quick. Can I save the game? And then can I go over here? Yes. The answer is yes, I can. But I will just be brought back up here. Just curious. Fun little, like, decorative thingamabobs. They're fun. What do we got over here? Controls for the Illuvian, I assume? The Dreadwolf's Illuvian. The Dreadwolf Illuvian. Most of us have only traveled through the Illuvians at the whims of those who called themselves our gods. We know them as mirrors that always go from one to another, a bonded pair linked no matter the distance. Solus has outsmarted the so-called gods. If we used normal Illuvians, they could track us to our lair. Solus has improved upon Juné's work by creating a mirror whose singing stone can change its tune to take us to any Illuvian, and not just its bonded partner. Thus, we can travel wherever this rebellion needs us, with no fear of pursuit. Travel is as safe as a normal Illuvian. If you have questions, ask for the slow arrow. I will guide you. Oh, we're back to Felasan again. Oh, man, I wonder if we're going to run into him. If he actually is, like, dead. Oh. Ha. Gonna get rid of this, like, little, like, new stuff. Signs and portents. The story so far. When the team acts to stop the Dread Wolf, ancient evils are unleashed upon the world. For months, Varric Tethras has searched for Solus, a mage revealed to be the elven gods of lies and trickery known as the Dread Wolf. Solus planned to tear down the veil so that raw magic could flood back into the mortal world, restoring it to its natural state, which would also unleash a tide of demons and kill thousands of people. When a lead finally came, Varric gathered a team in Menrathis, hoping to stop his former friend before it was too late. And the team succeeded, but at a price. Trapped in the Fade after they sabotaged his ritual, Solus delivered a dire warning from the dream world. The ancient elven gods Elgarnon and Gillenane have escaped their prison, where he held them. Although nothing the Dreadwolf said could be trusted, the team had no choice but to investigate. Solus didn't actually say their names. I did know it was Elgarnon and Gillenane, but that's interesting that they put that here. Shadows of Ancient Arlathan. After stopping Solus's ritual, the team must investigate his claim that ancient blighted gods have been released into the world. Explore the lighthouse. Check in with Harding. The team stopped Solus from tearing down the veil, trapping him in the Fade. However, Solus insists that sabotaging his ritual unleashed a malevolent elven god named Elgarnon and Gillenane. Though wary, the team can't afford to ignore his warnings. They must hunt for signs that dangerous gods stalked this land. This is one we completed. The end of the beginning. Varric and the team have chased Solus, the Dreadwolf of ancient elven legend, through the streets of Menrathis, fighting the Venatori cultists, the wild demons along the way. After traveling through the magical mirror known as the Alluvion, the heroes find themselves in Arlathan Forest, where the Dreadwolf's ritual is almost complete. While Varric distracted Solus, the rest of the team sabotaged the ritual, culminating in a chaotic explosion that left the Dreadwolf trapped in the Fade. But from the realm of dreams, Solus has delivered a dire warning. While he is now imprisoned, two other elven gods, Elgarnon and Gillenane, have escaped back into the world. He insists that these blighted gods will destroy the world if left unchecked. Now, with Varric injured, it falls to the rest of the team to determine just how far the Dreadwolf's warning can be trusted. This quest story. Okay, that's why it was the same. Oh, interesting. So we've got like story stuff specifically for them. So for Lace Harding, lead scout for the Inquisition, tackles adventure head on with her trusty bow and irrepressible good nature. When Varric embarked on his search for the Dreadwolf, Lace Harding, former lead scout for the Inquisition, was sent along with him to provide support. Now circumstances have changed, and with Varric out of commission, Harding has to figure out how to finish what she and Varric started. Nev Gallus, private investigator, member of the Shadow Dragons, always chasing a case. Nev Gallus, Menrathis local and private investigator, signed on with Varric to track down Solus. The job didn't go as planned, and Nev hates an unfinished case. She won't give up until Solus and the gods are dealt with, and she'll keep an eye on home while she's at it. Alright, sweet. Now we've gotten rid of that little pesky, you've got new stuff to look at arrow. I was just like, what do we do with that? Okay. What's over here? I like that we have 3 speeds. It's good.
Whoa.
Whoa, indeed.
Rook, you're awake. And we're...
in the Fade.
This is where people come when they dream, but dwarves don't dream. And somehow I'm here.
Yeah, it's unreal. Nev thought we should talk about what to do next.
We should, but maybe look around a little. We might be here a
I
while.
love the embroidery on her shirt. That's such a nice touch. Little flowers. Oh, level up. Nice skills. All right, Rogue Core. Rogues are cunning and adaptive. They fight with 2 swords and a bow while exploiting enemy weaknesses because they have 3 hands. Rogues are cunning and adaptive. Range attack. Tap R2 to quickly loose an arrow, or hold R2 to charge up the shot. Charge attack, hold square or triangle. I didn't try that at all, so okay, we can give that a shot next time. Sprint attack we did try. I didn't try jump attack. Well, airborne tap your heavy or light attack. Dodge. Did I try the double tap on dodge? I don't know if I did. Defend, tap L1 at the right time to block enemies. I need to get better at that. I did try it the first time and it was really fun to be able to... sweet. Okay. So we have 3 points available. This one is acquired. This one is... I can acquire it. Okay. So we've got exploding arrow. Details. R2 plus square. So R2 plus our attack. Simultaneously perform a light and ranged attack. Simultaneously performing a light and ranged attack attaches a sticky arrow to a target in range. The arrow explodes after a short delay. Okay. Interesting. I tend to be more in the thick of things kind of game player, so I'm probably not going to lean too much on ranged, but we'll see. Riposte. On defend, you can attack either light, heavy, or ranged, and after a successful defend, you can now launch a powerful counterattack. Okay. And I'm probably going to be shit at defending, because I'm very just... evasive maneuvers, O, and then an attack. Use your speed to launch a powerful attack from extended dodge. Also applies to recovering from being knocked down. That one I'm more likely to do. So we'll probably go with that one, but what else do we have here? What is this? We don't know yet. Locked. Greater passive downfall. While airborne, jump attacks guarantee critical if the target is knocked down. Okay, so that's pretty fun. So if one of these things knocked someone down. Was it this? No. Also applies recovering from being knocked down. Okay, that's what I was reading. Powerful rebuttal. Gain precision after... a successful defend. Precision, the next charge or final attack on an enemy will be a critical. Ooh, that's good. A successful defend. So it does require you to defend, though. Endure, lose 35% less momentum when you take damage. That I'm going to need. Because I did notice there was a couple of times where I went to go use my power that it required momentum for, and had then immediately gotten hit and couldn't use the power anymore. So that might be a good way to go. So I might go here and then here. So what's over here? Reign of Decay. Ooh, necrotic. Fun. Rain death from above. Damage is inflicted each second to all enemies caught in this area of attack. Oh, that's a good AoE ranged attack I might actually use. So that could be what we go for here, just to check. I do think that that's the path we're going to go with these 3 points we have. But Pilfer, control tool, 264, detonates, overwhelms, add insult to injury by swiping a potion when you slice up an enemy. Applies bleeding on hit. The potion is automatically consumed after being stolen. That's pretty sweet. I like that a lot. I do think I'm still going to go that way, but I might then come back up here and try this one too. And then this one is Hurricane of Blades. Oh! Look how cool that is. All right, I'm already excited about this one too. Damn it. I want all these powers. Why is this over here and not over here? Like this is like a shielding thing, and this is a range thing, and yet somehow it leads to Hurricane of Blades. Spin around in a ring of rapid strikes. Nearby enemies are hit up to 4 times. The final strike deals more damage. Yep, this feels like it should be closer to this one. An evasive maneuver, like that makes more sense to me. But all right, I do really like this. Let's see, attack while airborne. The target has to be knocked down, which, so I do know from what I've read about the gameplay that like comboing with your companions is super important. So if we have a companion that knocks people down, this could be really handy. But neither of these, like, I mean, I can get them, it's fine. But they're not skills that I'm going to use most often. I can practice my defend, I think. Exploding arrow is fine. It doesn't seem to weapon damage plus 10%. Yeah. Doesn't give like a particular trait attached to it. So I might For now, I think I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go evasive maneuvers, and then endure, and then Reign of Decay. All right, and that's my 3 points. But I think when we come back to this later with more points, I might explore over here, and it looks like I might be able to get there from here too, which is nice. And also from up here. So this is gonna be fun. I like this. I like this. People have referred to it as looking kind of like Final Fantasy, one of the Final Fantasies. I forget which one. I don't usually play Final Fantasy, but and this is also, I noticed right down here, our specialization. So there's a Veil Ranger specialization. Here we are. Saboteur specialization. And then the other one should be over here. Yes. Duelist specialization. And that's, Duelist is pretty much my style, I think, as far as gameplay. So I might loop around this way so that I can get towards the Duelist. Level 20, we're not there yet. But, you know, we'll see as we go along what we can do. And it does, I'm not seeing that I can change characters. So it doesn't look like I can level up my companions yet. Or at least not on this screen. Oh, hey, look at that. That's a larger view. That's fun. Burst, Anti-Even Crow, Sustain, Lord of Fortune, Control. There's a specialization. Interesting. Okay. Back. Alright, so we have an optional to talk to Nev, an optional to talk to Harding, and then we gather the team at the library table. So first we're going to explore what we can, and then we will do our optionals. Oh man, this is super fun. Conservatory. Content marked with a time bubble will eventually expire as you progress. Oh, good to know.
It wasn't supposed to go this way. What do we do now? What do we do?
Harding?
Oh, hey, Rook. How's it going?
Are you okay? You have plants. So this is just going to be a straight up question, so we'll ask that and then be able to choose a more
Did you ever find places like this, chasing Solus with Varric?
Not exactly. But with Solus, it was always about the Fade, or the Veil, or some other in-between place. Varric always hated it, though. At least this place feels different. Maybe safer?
I think we already established her being kind of emotional when she was speaking to Varric. So, are you okay? Might be a little better. As much as I love the Purple Hawk. You got plants, I see. We literally walked in on her crying. I feel like, are you okay? Is
Harding, are you doing all right?
I don't know. Are you? Is anyone? Anyway, doesn't matter how I'm doing. What are we gonna do about this mess? We were going to go back through the Alluvion, right? Let's start with that. As soon as we can.
You know you can take some time to just...
Now you sound like Varric. Varric and I started this. And I can't stop. Not now. Don't ask me to. So, come get me when you're ready to go. Alright?
she's wearing clogs? Alright, so my conversation topics are exhausted with her. Oh, if this is her room, I wonder if it's gonna, like, change. Like, as we move along. It's gonna get nicer. That'd be super fun. What's over here? I see on the path. There's the path. I found a thing. No, it's just gold. Nope, 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 nope. I just wanted to see if I could maybe do a little what? Nope, that didn't work. Either I'm jumping poorly or it's just not letting me jump. It's a shame this isn't like the crossroads. I feel like from a lore perspective it would be better as a crossroads location, but what's over there? Little dials and things. Little wolf man. I don't need a wolf buddy. And a book. I feel like I should be able to read all these books. Oh, another time bubble. The study. This must be where Nev is. Yep.
Wisps. Figures are in the fate, but I swear they're following me.
You all right?
Strange place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
Do I?
We're both shadow dragons and both from Minrathous. Maybe our paths haven't crossed, but I know our work has.
I made a call that got you injured right after we met.
I'll be fine. You trusted me for the job, and I delivered. That's what counts. If we're stuck in this, let's hope you can trust me again.
Oh, so we have a Shadow Dragon specific response we can do. Let's hope things go smoother with a little wink. I'm still sorry. I do trust you. We'll see if we can. So I've heard that, and I don't know how accurate this is, that in one of the reviews they're talking about how the romances are much more slow burn. Kind of, I think, in the sense that, like, you're not necessarily locked into a romance pretty early, so you can probably flirt around. However, this doesn't feel like a moment for flirting. Nev is, like, beaten and bruised, and we're, like, maybe lost in the fade. So, I think I'm leaning towards shadows stand together. I do also really love having, like, background specific dialogue. That was almost one of my favorite things in Inquisition, when you're able to be like, excuse me, I'm an elf, duh, or like I'm a rogue, I know my shifty stuff or what have you. It was always super fun to be able to do that. So I think that's what we're gonna go for.
Why wouldn't I? Shadows stand together.
That's the idea. Cross your fingers it works out for us.
You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solus changed the game.
And it's...
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
We'll figure this out together. Start with the big goal. We need better than that. I think we can, going off of Nev's energy, we can do the Purple Hawk. She seems to be very, like, I'm putting on a very brave and sarcastic face, so.
Okay. So step 1 is figure out what we're chasing.
Right. And the 20 other questions that need answers...
That's step 2?
I can see why Varric brought you on.
We've just got to start somewhere.
Oh, Nev approves. That popped up real fast there. Okay, so no additional conversation, and again, this place looks pretty dilapidated. So I'm betting it gets better as we move along. So that's fun. What about over here? What's over here? Dining hall. So, oh dear. Oh dear. Really? So, Solus was living here, and he had this giant dining room table, and then he has one chair and one place setting all alone. Our poor sad wolf boy. He's trying to destroy the world. Notes on a caretaker. Oh, what happened? This note has a smear of paint on one corner. Have they always been here? There are beings in the crossroads unknown even to the wise, though the most ancient ones make any domain their own. Certainly this caretaker belongs here now. I wonder what we look like to them. Need is a scaffold, and the needs of the living ever rise and fall upon it. Hunger, thirst, sleep. Imagine the constant cacophony to one sensitive to such things. Or, am I too simple? Wants are fleeting, needs have deeper roots. Perhaps that's why I find this particular spirit's presence both comforting and disconcerting. The prospect that our heart's desire and our truest need could differ, or even at odds, is hard to contemplate. So there is no author here. But with the smear of paint on one corner, I feel like they're implying that it's actually Solus writing it. Solus paints. He paints murals. He probably painted those murals that we saw in the library. So I feel like that's the implication, that this is Solus's notes here. We have these other ones, right? Yeah. Oh, missives. No missives received. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a glossary. Oh. I probably know all of these, but you know. Ancient Elven Empire, the Antom, are former Canary soldiers who rejected the Qun in favor of conquest. They specifically updated this. So the Antom were just the soldiers, the Canary soldiers. They were just one of like what they were called. But there was in Trespasser like a split showing that the Antom were doing an invasion, and I believe they're currently invading Tevinter. So they're saying that they've split off from the Qun here, which is interesting. Because they did say that in Trespasser, that this was like unauthorized or what have you. But at the same time, we don't know if they really mean it or if it's like being like disavowed. Like, yeah, the Qun told them to go do it, but then they're going to pretend that they didn't tell them to do it. So they don't get blamed for it. Archdemon, blight, blood magic. The calling, an eerie supernatural sound heard by anyone touched by the blight. When a Grey Warden's calling grows overwhelming, they are about to succumb to the blight completely. Instead, they travel underground to battle Darkspawn until they are overcome. The Chantry, Darkspawn, demons, dwarves, elven gods, elves, the Fade, humans, the Inquisition, a political and military organization that once saved the world. Its influence has declined, but its leaders are still famous throughout Thedas. Oh, Brea, my fave. Lyrium, mages, magic, possession, the Cunari, spirits, Templars, Tevinter Imperium, Thedas, Titans, the Undead, the Veil, Venatori. Alright, combat. Oh, this might be important because this is going to be a lot of new stuff. Adrenaline. Land consecutive hits without taking damage to enter a heightened state, increasing all damage dealt. Interesting. Advantage is any beneficial status effect. Affliction is an effect that deals damage over time. Agile attack is an attack triggered during sprint, jump, or dodge. Arcane Bomb is converted from Arcane Marks, trigger using heavy attacks. Okay, that's fun. Arcane Mark is a buildup on a target by using light attacks, converts into an Arcane Bomb. Armor is a layer of physical protection. Barriers of magical protection. Bees! Yes! Sarah! In Inquisition, your companion Sarah encourages you to go find some guy that puts angry bees in jars so you can use them as grenades. That's great. Physical damage over time. Yeah. Bleeding, physical damage over time, deals increased damage against health. Blight armor, press and hold your attacks to increase damage against blight armor. Okay, so you need to like the charged attack to do that. Blighted, while in a blight pool, Darkspawn enemies deal more damage and have increased resistances, and you deal less damage and have reduced resistances. So that's interesting. Stay out of blight pools. Burning, fire damage over time, deals increased damage against armor. Charged attack, a powerful attack that deals additional damage and interrupts enemy actions. Let's see, chill, cold damage over time. Slows movement and attacks. Critical hit, we're familiar with. Flat reduction. Defense is a flat reduction in incoming damage. Deflect, ignores the next impact received. It's nice. Detonator, detonates a primed target. Enhanced damage, increases base damage by a percentage. Final attack, last attack in attack chain. Flaming weapon, deals additional fire damage, obviously. Frozen, prevents the target from attacking or moving. High health, target hasn't taken more than 10% damage. Immovable, is immune to physical reactions. Impact, the moment an attack or ability connects. Interrupted, prevents the target from attacking or moving. Immune to damage, is invulnerable. Knocked back, target is pushed back. Knocked down, target is knocked down. Low health, less than 30%. Mana we know, momentum we've learned now. Necrosis, necrotic damage over time, deals increased damage against barrier. Necrotic weapons, deals additional necrotic damage on weapon attacks. Overwhelmed, target takes additional stagger. Okay. Penetration, ignores defense when attacking. Perfect defense, defend against an attack right as it impacts you, which I think we actually managed to do in that first time. Perfect dodge, dodge just before an attack impacts. Perfect shot, ranged attack release as soon as it finishes charging. That's fun. Precision, the next charged or final attack on an enemy will be critical. Okay. Primer sets an enemy up for follow-up detonation ability. Quickened, ability cooldowns refresh more quickly. Quietus, a unique affliction that Emmerich uses to deal necrotic damage each second to his enemies. Interesting. Rage, for the warrior class. Rally party, companions deal increased damage. Rejuvenation, applies healing over a period of time. Resistant. Revival charge, when you are downed, a companion can aid you, pulling you back into the fight. Shocked, electric damage over time. Shocking weapons, deals additional electric damage on a weapon attack. Siphoned necrotic damage over time, returning a portion as healing. Oh, that's fun. Stack effect may increase the potency with additional attacks. Yep. Staff energy, power staff attacks with bonus damage. Stagger pushes the target closer to a staggered state. Staggered. Sundered. Takedown. Special high damaging attack that can be performed on enemies who are staggered. Taunt. Titan Stone. Well, maybe there's spoilers in here. Special rock-based projectiles empowered by the strength of the Titans. Ultimate. Your most powerful attack! Requires generating a special resource to use. Vulnerability. Reduce resistance to a specific type of damage. Weakened damage the target's attack. Damage for the target's attack is reduced by a flat amount. Alright, we learned a lot of stuff there. We'll see how much I keep in my brain. Arcane Orb. We don't have one of those because we're not a mage. I don't know if we're going to need it for the mages, but... Armor, Barrier, Captain. Okay, Cold Imbued. Colossal. An enemy that has a large amount of additional health. Devouring. Okay, that was similar to one of the powers that we had where we stole the potion. Electric Imbued. Exploding. Fire Imbued. Frenzy. Glass Cannon. Gamers know what Glass Cannon means. The Juggernaut. Enemy takes less damage, isn't harder to interrupt. Knockback. Necromancer. Necrotic Imbued. Physical Imbued. Projectile Launcher. Regenerating. Most of these are self-explanatory with just the word. Sadistic. Each enemy restores health and gains damage bonus each time one of its allies dies. Oh, dang. That's fun. Searing Tether. Creates a chain between all other enemies with Searing Tether. These chains repeatedly deal fire damage if you touch it. Good to know. Alright. This is a learning episode. Learning about Solas's eating habits, for example. His sad eating habits. What's this? Imperial Weave. +4 Imperial Weave common material. Crafting! Yeah. Oh, these doors are double hinged. They go both ways. Whoa! Almost flew off the edge there. Okay. Painted pot is a valuable item. Interesting. There, but what do we have over here? Use the capstan arms to rotate the statue in either direction. Okay, so this might be one of the statues that we need to move. I guess it's just a matter of... Mysterious note. To enter the library passage, 3 pairings must meet face to face. Okay, so that's thank you for explaining the puzzle to me. Can I see another statue from here? I mean, there's this one, that one over here, but that's not one you can move. Is that one all the way over there? So you're kind of facing that one, right? Kind of facing each other. Real quick, what's on this side? Just jumping over shit. Watch that first step. It's a doozy. I like the flailing arms. It's fun. All right, did I see a statue over here that I can move? This one? Yes. This one's Mythal. That's definitely Mythal's crown.
There must be 2 more.
Pure ore and gold. Must be two more statues or two more pairs of statues. Because it said 3 statues. That was 2. Glazed vase and flawless crystal. There's another statue. Can it see someone from here? Oh, these two, right here. They're facing away from each other. Is one of them Solus and one of them Mythal each time?
That's the second. One more to go.
Okay, so it is 2 pairs of statues that we're doing here. So, that's where Harding was. It's the dining room up here. Was this where Ned was? Study? Yeah. So, where haven't we gone yet? Over here? No, this is where we came out, right? Yeah. We crossed this. So where statues am I missing? Oh, what's that? Faded note. Look at this place. We planned a rebellion here once. Said we'd change the future of the elves, throw off tyrants, and we did. Now the path outside is fractured. It'll be hard rekindling all the Illuvians. Solus, if you see this, I'll be looking for you out in the world and in the mortal one. Don't cause too much trouble before I get there. That sounds like Peloson. However you would pronounce it. I mean, they're leaving a lot of, like, I'm pretty sure it's Peloson, notes about, which has me going, which I do know a couple people who be super into, him being back around. No, this is the conservatory. This is where Harding was. Okay, so if that's where Harding was, what's over here? I think I got Harding's confused with this place over here. This is blocked up. Workshop. 23 gold. Are there statues back here? There are. Oh, and there's one over there. I do wish they hadn't had the very obvious note to say, like, here's the answer to the puzzle you were looking for. But it was like the first puzzle, so I guess I'll forgive them for now. Oh, we can go down there too. Can I, like, leave through the back door here, or no? I've got to figure out.
Don't have anything for you, or did?
Oh, fun! She says stuff. Oh, almost fell. My death. Okay. Blacksmith's tools. That's fun. Oh, new codex. On divine imperatives, the helm of the solar is destroyed. Elgernon's favorite torture is over. Too many agents have been rescued with their minds burnt out by that memory of an enraged sun. I feel a lesson here. The helm was not created to torment, but the Evanoris are not as we are. A god's ruminations carry their own will and imperatives. Memory bleeds into their icons and transmute them as fire begets fire. For our wolf lord, who puts so much of himself into his creations, what imperatives do they carry? The heart of a rebellion must remain hidden, yet the light of divinity is uncontainable. We must be swift. A thought lingers, even as he saves us. What does he impart upon us? Reflections by Chiron, one who renounced Darenthal. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So we learned that Elgarnon has this helm of the solar. So Elgarnon is often associated with the sun. So that's not surprising. The idea that it had this like memory of a sun is really interesting. Yeah. And that we're meeting like a new character, Chiron, one who renounced Darenthal. And Darenthal is one of the forgotten ones, I'm pretty sure. So, like, not even that someone that, like, renounced the Evan Norris, but someone who renounced the forgotten ones, which we have, like, zilch information on forgotten ones. So, like, that's, in and of itself, just who this person is really fascinating. So, we might actually learn about the forgotten ones and who they are. That's mind-boggling. The heart of a rebellion must remain hidden, yet the light of divinity is uncontainable. Interesting. So it's like maybe Solus is like imparting something into something else, but like what and how and what does it mean? What does it all mean? Oh, this is exciting. If you're a lore head for Dragon Age, this is super exciting.
Okay, that did something.
Yay, they did something. Alright. So, back this way. And we should be able to get in that door in the library now. Music room. Is that a piano? The ancient elves have pianos? Memories of a duet. Oh, and this picture. Oh. Oh shit. This was one of the murals had this image that it's like I said, it was like that ball from Solus in Inquisition, the orb that he gave to Corypheus. That looks like Mythal's crown, but it doesn't quite look like Mythal. Mythal is not normally depicted like that. It looks a little bit more like Solus, but with hair. But I mean, it could be Mythal, because we don't know what Mythal looked like. It's just not how she would normally be depicted. That could be fur, or it could be feathers. I should just read the thing, but oh my gosh, this is really interesting. Okay. Memories of a duet. The sheet music left by this instrument appears to be for a duet and has been annotated by an expert hand. The annotations are accompanied by clear emotional impressions, diligent practice with a ruthless eye to mistakes, the relief of private achievement, away from well-meant misunderstanding and mindless worship, an unspoken joy in the center of rising, perfect echoes. Finally, a beloved memory surfaces, a smiling glance meeting at a crescendo, shared moment of understanding, seeing completely and being wholly seen. The impressions fade. Oh good. Okay, so like when you're in the Fade or like ancient elf stuff, there's this like back when the Fade and the real world were like all as one. The language books, like they're more than just like language and reading or what have you. It's like actual memories, impressions that are like transformed into like language transformed into impressions. So like you would look at this and see sheet music, but you would feel all the things that they describe here. This this diligent practice, the relief, the joy, the memory, like this crescendo would be of actual feelings. It would be more than just you listening to a piece of music and feeling something. You would almost like be able to see the feelings of this person playing it. This is really interesting. I wish I could figure out if that was Mythal or not, because we know Mythal and Solus had a relationship. We don't know exactly what that relationship was. We know that they're friends, or were friends, but like how was it formed? How strong was it? Things like that. We don't know exactly how they interacted with each other, but it'd be interesting if this was for the two of them. Flawless crystal again. Oh my gosh, 477 gold. That's so much gold. What do we have over here? That looks like a human woman? Those ears are definitely human. It's hard to tell because, like, in a video game, you're going to reuse assets. So this could be an asset that they intended for a human world and thought it would look cool here. But now I'm intrigued about why that there's this clock in the Fade. In specifically Solus's chamber. Oh, this mural is one of the ones from the things that we've seen over the years. Is that the Inquisition symbol? Yes, this is specifically the mural from Skyhold. He makes this mural in Skyhold. What do we have over here that's glowy? Just a D20. Oh, some of his paints. We got pots and stuff. What's over here? Can't quite see. Oh! This thing that looks like a little red egg, a little large red egg. That looks like one of the things from the crossroads in Trespasser that would move the stones around. That's interesting. Oh. So those are the eyes of the Dreadwolf. Looking down on a town, maybe? A castle? It's not Skyhold. It doesn't look like Skyhold. And it has an interesting door there. Huh. This looks like it should be a door. Oh, that looks like a dragon. Thrones. Is this an Inquisition chair? Did that son of a bitch steal my furniture? That absolute jerk. Okay. Stealing Inquisition furniture. He already stole my heart and my armor that I made specifically for him and my arm, and now he's stealing my chairs. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is fun. This is interesting. I enjoy all of this. This like loot that's here. Oh, it's like a 2-level piano. Interesting. Alright, yeah. I wonder if I come back here later if I'll be able to go through that door. I mean, it's a door. Look at it. It's obviously a door. Alright. I think we're good for that for now, so let's call everyone to the table. And we'll stand on it like the Inquisitor stands on everyone's tables at Skyhold.
So, we stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey, Varric made his choice to go talk with Solus. He knew the risks. We all did.
And now Solus is gone. And we're here. Wherever here is. Besides in the Fade.
Solus called it the Lighthouse.
He did? When?
Yeah, about that. There you go, Purple Hawk here.
Well, I was out cold. He showed up in my dream, and he's really mad that we stopped his ritual.
Good.
He's also trapped in some kind of prison in the Fade. Not happy about that either.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
Solus can speak with people in their dreams. Even kill them.
I'm safe on that front. I bled a little when I got knocked out. Enough that he can gripe at me, but not enough that he can make my head explode.
So Solus is using blood magic? Like any normal mage would to play with your mind?
But he's not a normal mage, like I told you. He's an elven god.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
Harding, you have to take your clogs off the couch. I'm sorry. He's a terrifying god. Of course not. Stop quibbling over terms. Yes. Oh, yes! Okay. Well, So, this is an elven reaction, but my character, Ignacia here, is specifically not Dalish. So she wouldn't really have a tie to elven culture. Specifically, she wouldn't have a tie to the gods, so referring to them as my gods were dangerous. This is one of the situations where I don't think I will actually use the elven-specific one. So I'm going to go, of course he's not a god.
We all know he's not a god, but it's faster than saying ancient elven mage every time we talk about him.
All right, well, we've stopped the ritual and there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
I'm not certain of anything, but we're not out of danger.
What do you mean?
Solus had 2 of the other elven gods imprisoned. When he got trapped, they escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elgernon and Gillenane, 2 of the ancient elven gods that Solus rebelled against.
The escape is our fault. They're stronger than Solus. They're worse than Solus. They're ours to kill. I think we gotta go with they're worse than Solus. I mean, like, Elgernon, just kind of looked like a dude coming out of there. But if anyone saw Gillenane, I think you'd be like, yeah, that one's worse. That one there with the tentacles. The 12-foot tall tentacle lady. She's worse.
Solus warned me about them being evil, which is pretty rich from the guy who just tried to tear down the veil.
You don't believe him?
No, that's the problem. I do believe him. He said they were horrific tyrants.
Tyrants so powerful, elven history remembers them as gods.
Solus says Elgernon and Gillenane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have 2. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that. We're down a man without Varric. We can't just rush in.
I know you're hurt, Nev, but the rest of us need to do something.
I'll be ready to fight when it's time, but we need to investigate, then figure out what we're dealing with.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
I mean, me, Jessica, wants to side with Nev here because investigating, yes. Like, obviously, you want to know what you're going up against before you go up against it. That's just the smart thing to do. But I feel like it's not Ignacia's, it's not how she rolls. So I think, especially since, like, we really did just see, like, bodies on bodies in Minrathous. That's gotta be traumatic. So I think we gotta go Harding's right.
If Elgernon and Gillenane are worse than Solus, we don't have time to waste. We need to act now.
We don't know what they can do or what they want. We don't even know if Solus is telling the truth.
I'm not saying we go in blind, but this time, if If we see a shot, we take it.
All right. The last place we saw them was the ritual site.
The Illuvian took us here from the ritual site, instead of back to Minrathous.
Then let's hope it takes us back.
Nev, are you okay to go?
It's a headache. I've worked with worse.
All right, then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
The Illuvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
Yep, and we've been there before, so. Yay! Let's go! Alright, we gotta do anything here? Just gotta gather team. I love Nev's
For all
little,
we
like,
know,
saunter.
there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that Illuvian.
If it even takes us back to Arlethan.
Nev, you sure you're up for this?
Don't worry about me.
Yeah, Nev is dressed to the nines and I'm
Shall
over
we?
here in my rags.
Let's do this.
I know I chose that, but like, it's just very funny.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's the ritual site. But if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right. Let's take a look around and see if we can find any...
These are veil jumpers. They have to be veil jumpers. Oh! We got to know some of them too from the comics and the.
I'm trying!
Oh yes, Stripe and Aurelian. Yes.
It's not working! I can't contain it!
Strife? Irlin? It's me, Lace Harding.
Harding? What are you doing back in Arlethan?
It's complicated.
I can see that.
Rook, Nev, this is Strife and Irlin. Varric and I met them when we first started hunting down Solus. They're veil jumpers, experts in ancient elven magic.
Hardly experts. I should have been able to shut that artifact down. I'm sorry, Tarith.
It's not your fault. Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Finn Harel's, Solus's ritual, isn't it? You all were supposed to stop him.
So in To Winter Nights, there's, I think it's like the very first story. It's like one of my favorite ones. It's really good. This short story with this guy who's a Tevinter mage, just like a really lowly Tevinter mage, like a clerk or something. And he is captured as part of the Canary invasion. He's hiding the fact that he's a mage. He gets, because the Canary will pretty much kill you if you're a mage. If not kill you, destroy everything that you are through this like stuff that they make you ingest. It's a whole thing. So he gets chained to this elf who seems to be very suspicious, which I'm pretty sure is Strife, if I'm remembering correctly. And it's like this whole like they have to escape together, and Strife figures out that he's a mage, and the mage figures out that Strife is up to something, and they're like, we gotta survive, and they end up going on the run. They do manage to escape after shenanigans, and Irulan, I believe, is the one that helps them escape, and she can turn into animals like Morrigan and Origins, if I'm remembering my characters correctly. And then they also show up in the most recent comics with Varric and Harding, which was kind of like, they were a little disappointing, honestly. They changed artists every issue, which was disappointing in and of itself, because you like the consistency of having the same art style. But also, it was just very disjointed. It was very much like, let's hop from place to place so we can see different characters and not really necessarily have a cohesive story. So, anyways, the point is, Harding and Varric have met them, and they've shown up in the short stories. They were also in another short story on the BioWare website as well, that showed some like timey-wimey stuff that was happening in Arlathan Forest, which is really interesting. So, yeah, Strife is saying you were all supposed to stop him. I think we're gonna stick with like a Purple Hawk for a lot of situations, I think. Which I keep calling it Purple Hawk. If you haven't played DA2, Hawk is your main character, and there was different color options you can choose for a lot of different your reactions. And the symbol for the purple one was this like laughing mask. And DA2 had this fun thing where if you chose a type of reaction, most often your like unchosen dialogue would kind of go with that. So if you were like the more sympathetic version, your unchosen dialogue would be sympathetic as well. If you were an angrier version, your unchosen dialogue would be angrier. If you were Purple Hawk, your unchosen dialogue would be hilarious. So I don't think that's what they're going for here, but maybe. In the sense of like, I don't know if they're gonna change your dialogue based on like whether or not you choose one of these, but Purple Hawk was pretty good, pretty famous for being ridiculous and funny, sometimes inappropriately so. But all right, so we're going with we did sort of.
We did stop him. The sky's not pulling itself apart anymore, is it?
But
it didn't go as cleanly as we hoped. Solus got pulled into the Fade and two somethings got pulled out. Or someone's, I mean. Two of the Evanuris, Elgernon and Gillinane.
Mathalanast.
the elven gods of old, the Evanuris.
If they truly have returned,
Then things just got a whole lot worse.
I can't tell if what about the gods is like, what do you know about the gods? Which I feel like is the question I would ask here. Or, oh great, the gods, yeah. Yeah, I think that's what they're going for here. It's not well written, but I think that's what they're trying to say. So, and that's kind of what I want to say. Because, again, Ignacio wouldn't really know too much about elven lore, so.
Anything you can tell us about these gods?
Solus might be a bastard, but compared to the Evanuris, let's just say they weren't known for being kind rulers.
there's a reason Solus led a rebellion against the Evanuris, and a reason he imprisoned them.
But now they've escaped.
Gareth is in bad shape. We need to get him back to the camp.
We've still got dozens of veil jumpers unaccounted for.
How can we help?
We need to find Belara Luthe. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact before this ritual shook everything loose. If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifacts it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right. You get your friend back to your camp and... we'll find Belara.
Okay. So we can be emotional. Nev, you're still injured. But based on how Nev acts, I don't know if she would appreciate that. And telling her to stay here, she's not going to react well to that either. So maybe if we tell her to help the Veil Jumpers, I feel like that's the better option. Be a little bit sly about it.
Nev, I need you to stay with Strife and Irulan, alright?
I'm fine.
You're the best detective in Minrathous. You can help the Veil Jumpers here. If trouble shows up, they could use your skills.
Fair enough.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper Camp. It's just south of here.
Belara's out near some elven ruins to the west. At least she was 3 days ago. I'd start your search there.
Good luck, Rook. And thank you.
Arlington Forest Elven Ruins.
Is it me, or is there something strange about this fog?
It all feels a little off. Like everything shifted a little bit.
So yeah, that's Arlington Forest. All right, everything is not as it should be. That fog, I was going to compare it to Legend of Zelda. When you go into that forest with the fog and just get lost every time you go in there. All right, let's see. All right, Entropy's Grasp. The Lighthouse Luvian is currently locked on Arlington Forest. The Veil Jumpers, an elven group, may be able to help it reach other locations. Belara, a Dalish elf with the Veil Jumpers, has found the team in a Veil bubble in Arlington Forest. To escape the bubble, Belara will need the team's help to disable the ancient elven artifact. Veil bubble in Arlington Forest. So maybe we shouldn't read these story things. I feel like they jump a little bit ahead. Because we don't know anything about a bubble in the Arlington Forest. It's far the demons and tentacles trapped in the way. So yeah, even though it's just like, hey, go check out your journal. So far, both journals have like mentioned stuff that hasn't happened yet. So it might be better to, unless we're like confused about a mission, stick with waiting till we complete something. Just looking around. Don't mind me. No elf fruit. No crystal grace. No. Nope. What is it? Blood orchid? Blood lotus. Blood lotus.
Is that suit of armor moving?
Yes, it is. Nice charge.
Gotcha. Oh, people. Where'd you come from?
Belara Luthair? Strife and Irulan sent us to find you.
Who are you, exactly?
Call me Rook.
Lace Harding.
Protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone out to look for me. I've only been gone 3 days.
Well, the situation's changed. For the worse,
I like
unfortunately.
her voice a lot.
Our gods, Elgornon and Gillenane, they've escaped from Fenharal's prison. And by all accounts, they want to destroy the world.
Oh, yes, that is very much for the worse. Okay, wait. I need a second.
Yeah. It won't help.
I've had a couple of days and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits and starts. One here, a couple there. Then, a couple of days ago, the sky split open. And now,
Sure did.
raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god, or gods, could have done that. There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veil Jumper camp, but...
But what?
See that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us from the rest of the real world, so to speak. You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get
crap.
out.
Sounds bad.
I think I'd prefer to stay in one piece, yeah.
Right, me too. But I think I can find a way out. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove it, safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then we're back in reality?
I really, really hope so.
Well then, let's get going.
Nice. All right. Thought it'd be a little bit harder to find her, honestly, but... Are we where we just were? Are we somewhere new? Somewhere new.
I've been trying to get to the artifact at the center of the bubble, but these magical constructs keep getting in the way.
We've handled our share of demons. A few dozen more shouldn't be a problem.
Spirits, not demons. They're animating those suits of armor. The armor's attuned to the artifact to protect it from threats.
Threats like us, I'm guessing.
Nog! Damn, these nuns are a lot better at hiding than the ones in Inquisition were. What's over here? Ooh, what is over here? Wagons? Freight?
Someone made camp all the way out here?
We've got camps all over Arlethan. The Veil Jumpers do, I mean. You never really know when or where the magic's gonna start going wild.
I'm looking like lightning bugs? Is that more truffles? Yes. What's up here? Map. Clutch flawless crystal. Check behind waterfalls. Video game. Let's check behind waterfalls. Ooh. Silken glove. Valuable item. I don't know if we can sell. Valuables can be sold to vendors. There we go. They can also increase the strength of your allies. Interesting. Curious how that works. No, I'm not sure like how hidden things are gonna be. So bear with me while I try and figure out like how much I should be exploring. I do see a thing over here. Oh, another silken club. We have a set now. Can I kill a nut? I know that sounds mean, but in Inquisition you got stuff for killing a nut. So it might be worth it. You never know. Doesn't want to come back out. If I see another one, I might take a pot shot at it. Oh, look at that nice bridge. Heartwood. There's a nug. Well, that didn't do anything to the nug. I'm glad you get to jump off of, like, when you're on the log, you're not, like, locked there. Blacksmith's tools, gold. Nope, I don't think I can kill nugs. Which is fine, honestly. I'm not like, oh my god, I must murder nugs! But, just so you learn to know, learn to test it out. I want to know if I can make a nug skin coat. Ooh, I get up there. How do I get up there? There's a ladder. I see a ladder.
Is that water just swirling into the air?
We call that kind the whirlpool. The anomaly, I mean. Never seen one this size, though.
There's a ladder. Okay. Climb up, climb up, climb up. I'm glad there's still exploration here. I was really worried it'd be too linear. A barely legible note. Construct broke my leg. Veilguard took a blade to the gut. We can hear them above us on the bridge. Once they leave, we'll make a break for it. They can't wait for us forever, right? Interesting. Oh. Well, sorry, dude. And other dude. You dead. Long dead, it looks like. So I don't know if these were veil jumpers. Nug meat! Someone can kill nugs. Okay. Yeah, there's fall damage outside of... Oh, like this. I almost said stuff. Really, really good. Look, you've got to check the waterfalls. If you don't check the waterfalls, you're just not playing the game right. Alright, I think that here's this area. Oh, there was a crystal up here. Nice, this is where we're headed next. I feel like I might have skipped down there a little bit, but this might still go around there, so it does not. I mean, it does kind of, but we're very high. Okay, yeah, it does. We're good. Let me just double check over here. I think I went back here. Yes? Yes. Right? Yes, I got that. Alright, sweet. I'm gonna make sure this was cleared. Let's move up here then. This is so pretty. It's so pretty. Inquisition is a gorgeous game. Even now, even 10 years later, it's still a gorgeous game. But this is a very gorgeous game. Here, woven cloth. too bad that I can't, like... I don't think I can. Let me just double check. Yeah. It's not much up there. I'm gonna continue to compare this to Inquisition for obvious reasons.
Demons! Right where we need to go.
Then let's deal with them quick.
I use R1 and select a companion's ability. Each companion has their own special ability that can be selected from the ability wheel. Alright, so what do we got? Adrenaline Rush. Grants enhanced damage. Soothing Potion, heals 600. I think that heals me, not parting. Okay, then I can, okay. Shade, and I can choose the target and say who I want them to attack. That's good. Fade Bolts applies shock on hit. Detonates Sunder. Replenishes health. Okay, so let's use... You focus on these guys. Let's use Fade Bolts on them. And then Harding can also attack this target. And then I'll stick with this guy.
Behind you!
Oh yeah, nice, level 30. Let's level up our character real quick. We only have 1 point. So, our options are salvaged arrows. Arrows gained after defeating an enemy +2. Enervation damage versus barrier is +20%. That's nice. That's really nice. And that would lead us down towards over here, which is kind of where we're headed, especially since I'm pretty sure I want this duelist specialization. So that might be the path we go here. That gives us, after that, take 50%. We're shocked. That's good. That's a good combo. Light armor mastery. All this is good. Damage versus armor 20%. Very good. That might be, we might just follow this path around here, I think. And that'll take us up to this. And then, finale. And let us head up towards Saboteur. So. That's good. Versus barrier is very good. I can't yet level up my companions, so I'll get to that, I'm sure. I can't loot anyone. Meh. I like looting. It's just one of those, like, tactile things. It's just fun to do in an RPG is loot.
So what is this artifact we're looking for, exactly?
I have a couple of theories, but nothing definite. We might find some clues in the ruins, though.
Oh, I should have tried my new ability out. That was like a perfect opportunity with all those people.
I don't usually see elven ruins that haven't been picked over.
Not many people come this far into Arlathan. Just veil jumpers, mostly.
And people trying to save the world, apparently.
So we got a fun armor. Jumpers, deft leathers, common light armor. It is better at defense and ability damage. It looks like we can level it up later for arrow regeneration and weak point damage. Oh, okay, I was changing the appearance apparently before, but not the actual armor. So now I am choosing the armor. Yeah, this is fine. I don't love it but that's because of its veil jumper relationship. You know, I'm not a veil jumper, so, or Ignacia is not a veil jumper. So like it'd be more fun to have like oh look, she's got her little feetsies out. It's one of my favorite like little touches about elven culture is they just don't wear shoes. Oh, you can get like a set your belts. It's nice. Empty amulet slot, ring slot, and another ring slot. Very nice. Okay. What's this helm slot? Okay. Hide helmets. I don't have a helmet yet. What are my resources? Oh, okay. What do we got? Painted pot. Glazed vase. Defender pottery. Blacksmith's tools. Large truffle. Large truffle. They don't stack, I guess. Silken glove. Silken glove. Large truffle. Woven cloth. Rosemary. Nug meat. And more blacksmith's tools. So 940 gold. That's nice. So yeah, I do like the armor. I just don't like it for my character because she's not a veil jumper. But she is currently in Arlothan Forest with the veil jumpers, and also it's better for defense. I could keep this look, I guess. I mean, I still kind of like it, even with the raggediness, you know? There's something like fun backstreet rogue to it, which is really nice. What do we got here? Shadow Dragon's rogue. Damage, and survival. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so now we've got this statue here with some butterflies around it.
What was this place?
Could have been a temple, could have been where they stored food. But judging by the sentinels, it's probably something important. It almost feels like an armory, or something like that.
What's an armory doing this far out?
Warlords. Ancient elves had a lot of them.
Like rogue warlords, or like warlords for the particular god? That seems interesting.
Wow. I've never seen anything like this.
Wait, is this? No, it can't be. Not here.
Can't be what?
We have to get over there. The artifact we're looking for must be inside.
Okay. I was going to say earlier when we were talking to Strife and Arellen, that they seem to know a lot. Dalish elves in general, and they're not necessarily Dalish. They were wearing Dalish tattoos, but that doesn't necessarily mean they were of Dalish origin, because I think the Veil Jumpers just do that. Anyways, they seem to know a lot of information about the ancient elves that was, I guess, accurate compared to most Dalish elves. It did strike me as odd when they were talking, and I didn't mean to comment on it, and didn't. But now it's occurring to me that it's been 10 years, and the Inquisitor, or my Inquisitor, and I'm sure her associates would be trying to spread this information of like, so this is Fen-Harel, and Fen-Harel is real, and the ancient elven gods are evil, and blah blah blah. And you know, the Veil Jumpers in particular have been doing a lot of research, so I think that's plausible. It just like struck me as unusual, I guess, because we're used to elves that look upon this as more of like a religion, like this really were gods, and their stories like read like old folklore stories rather than a history necessarily. So oh yeah. Alright, These dark spaces are a little dark. I'm actually, this isn't the first time. Take a quick look at the settings. We're going to turn up the brightness just a tad. And it could be a problem with my screen. But interesting. Okay, what else we got in here? Controls, gameplay, race, accessibilities. Alright, yeah, that's probably fine. It's fun that we come in here. Let you think there's a thing, and when there's not a thing, it's just lightning bugs. What is this, Horizon Forbidden West? I hide in these bushes with the lightning bugs?
Are we just supposed to jump across?
Oh, no, we can make a bridge. There should be a power crystal somewhere nearby.
This?
Got it.
Bring it over here and slot it in.
And there we go! Easy! Huh, that's a great trick.
Oh, there's another one of those whirlpools. Nope, what's this? I see a thing. More truffles. Don't know what we're doing with all these truffles yet.
A resonance amplifier. It's drawing magic from the ring temple to this area. I need to shut it down before we can go up the path. But doing that will attract anything nasty that's hanging around.
We're ready.
Okay, so we can tell her to dodge, indicator on your head.
That's a problem. Range incoming!
There's a chest over there.
That's the last of the magic energy. Path should be clear ahead.
Sweet. Alright, what do we got around here? There was a treasure chest down here that I missed. That is just Imperial weave. Alright. Well, I think we are going to call it for tonight. It's getting later in the night. And tomorrow I plan on doing another all-day game session. So, yay! And we will find out what is at the end of this mountain path into the temple. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Hopefully the audio was better this time around. Let me know in the comments what you think. Am I exploring enough, etc., etc. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye.